The guy's 25 years old, ripping up AAA. Big whoop. I mean, 25 is old in prospect terms. You better be tearing up AAA with crazy numbers. He doesn't really get me pumped up. Castillo seems to be the guy that's a little bit more projectable there of those two that might have a future just because of his age. But I would say Marcano's the guy out of the 5 that they got today that I hope can give them something. I'll say if 2 of these guys are useful major leaguers, I'll have considered it a pretty solid day for Ben Cherington.
Yeah, but if 2 of them are wins, then I don't know about that because they just traded 2 guys away, although Clay Holmes.
What were they winning with Clay? Yeah, what were they winning with Adam Frazier and Clay Holmes? I mean,
and they might not win with these guys. We don't know that. So, I mean, the script is they're writing the book right now. This chapter is, I mean, it's not over right now. They have to finish this. So I don't know what's going to happen. But I do like, even with what you said about Marcano, even if he can turn into an Adam Frazier 3 years, 2 years down the line, then that's a win, I think, because, Frazier's a good player. He's a player that you can build a solid team around. I mean, he's leading the league in hits. I think he's a solid player. So if he even turns into an Adam Frazier, I think that's a win.
Hold on.
A younger version.
If he turns into Adam Frazier this year, that's a huge win because this is something that I guess is getting forgotten here. Adam Frazier is in the throes of a career year right now, and it's not even close. I think when people are talking about, oh, you traded Adam Frazier for a guy who might become he's a younger version of Adam Frazier. Well, the Adam Frazier we saw before this year was a solid major leaguer, but had never performed even close to this level, hitting 324 the way Frazier is right now. So I think that when you can trade somebody and get somebody 9 years younger who has a similar skill set but still has time to sort of grow into what he's going to be in the major leagues, I think that's a positive. I also think it's interesting that the Padres rushed him from low A ball in 2019. Then there's a year off, and he makes the big league roster. I mean, I'm old enough to remember Jose Guillen jumping from high A ball to the majors as a 19-year-old. That can mess a guy up. So Marcano might have been stunted a little bit like that, and it might end up being a good thing in the long run that the Padres were willing to give up on him and give him to the Pirates. He also, Richie, one more thing. He apparently was not available. The Pirates wanted him, but he was not available in the Musgrove deal, which makes it interesting that they got him now. Maybe they're getting to buy a little bit lower on a guy who's going to end up giving them, and I'm being optimistic here, I'm trying to buy into Bucko fever. Maybe he can give them a little bit of a higher return than maybe his current status within the Padres organization would have suggested.
Well, Ben Cherington said today that he's been scouting him since he was with Toronto, so he obviously knows a little bit about this guy, and if he tried to get him last year in the Musgrove trade, then he must really like him. By the way, you mentioned Jose Guillen. Are we sure he was 19 when he was moved up? Wasn't there some discrepancy with his age?
Still, okay, fine. Maybe he wasn't, but guess what? He was still jumping.
Yeah.
He was still jumping 3 levels of the minor leagues and going right to the majors. I think in the case of Marcano here, you can make a real argument that it stunted him. I mean, it's not even high A ball. It's low. Yeah. It's 1 level above the rookie leagues that guy was going from there to the major leagues. Totally different levels of competition.
Yeah, no question about it. We want to hear what you guys have to think about this. And 412-575-2600 on the Borders and Borders hotline. Back in a couple minutes.